Travel in 2025 isn't steady, it's surging. The world's travel map is shifting faster than anyone expected. Some destinations are breaking every record they've ever set. Others, once quiet or overlooked, are suddenly at the center of global attention. Flights are full, beaches are packed, and entire economies are being reshaped by where travelers are choosing to go next. It's not just a recovery anymore, it's a race. And the countries leading it aren't always the ones you'd expect. In this video, we're revealing 10 destinations driving the biggest rise in global travel this year, and why the world is moving differently in 2025. Number 1. Vietnam. Few places in Asia are moving faster than Vietnam. International arrivals have surged nearly 18% since last year, putting Vietnam ahead of most major destinations in the region. Lantern-lit old towns, brand new beach resorts. Momentum isn't subtle, it's everywhere. This isn't luck, it's design. Expanded e-visa access for citizens of every country has simplified entry, while upgrades at Da Nang and Phu Quoc airports are boosting international capacity. New routes and competitive fares are shrinking the distance from Europe and North America. But what keeps travelers coming is contrast. In a single week, you can weave through the narrow alleys of Hoi An, trek the Sapa rice terraces at sunrise, and unwind at eco-resorts along Nha Trang's turquoise coast. Street food remains gloriously accessible, yet evolving luxury is never far away. Rooftop pools in Da Nang, quiet villas in Phu Yen, wellness stays on Phu Quoc. This balance of affordability, access, and range has turned Vietnam into Asia's sweet spot. Lively, welcoming, and future-ready. As global travel patterns shift, few places capture growth with this much soul. And the infrastructure being built now suggests the surge is only beginning. From Southeast Asia's sweet spot to Europe's quiet revolution, our next country is rewriting the rules of post-pandemic travel. Number 2. Portugal. Travel here isn't roaring back, it's rising with precision. International arrivals are up nearly 12% year over year, but the real story is how Portugal is shaping the kind of travel people want in 2025. Visa-free access for most Western travelers remains a draw, but it's the lifestyle shift that's pulling long stays and repeat visits. Digital nomads are settling in Lisbon's creative corridors. Retirees are choosing Algarve's coastal calm. And younger travelers are chasing surf, wine, and wellness across the country's quieter corners. Infrastructure is keeping pace. High-speed rail now connects Porto to Lisbon in under 2.5 hours. Boutique hotels and eco-lodges are replacing mass-market resorts. And new direct flights from North America and Brazil are shortening the leap. With record-breaking visits from the US and Canada this year, Portugal is fast becoming North America's favorite European escape. Easy to reach, easy to love, and increasingly hard to leave. But Portugal's edge is emotional. It's the pastel alleys of Alfama at dusk, the Atlantic wind in Ericeira, the slow lunches in Douro Valley. It's a country that doesn't shout, but stays with you. Affordable, safe, and increasingly curated, Portugal is quietly rewriting the rules of post-pandemic travel, becoming Europe's most intentional escape for travelers seeking meaning over motion. Before we continue to the next country, the one leading global growth this year, take a moment to subscribe. It helps us bring more stories like these to you. Now let's head to a place where color, rhythm, and record-breaking numbers define 2025. Number 3. Brazil. Brazil's travel boom in 2025 is rewriting the global map. With a 46.6% surge in international arrivals, it's now one of the fastest-growing destinations in the world, and the momentum is real. Expanded air routes from North America and Europe are making Brazil more reachable than ever. Visa-free access for key markets has removed friction, and a wave of investment in hotels, airports, and regional tourism is turning Brazil's vast geography into a more connected experience. Rio is thriving, not just with carnival crowds, but with new art districts, culinary hotspots, and boutique stays that stretch beyond the beachfront. São Paulo is attracting remote workers and business travelers, and Brazil's northeast is booming with music festivals, Afro-Brazilian heritage tours, and coastal escapes. Visitors are drawn to Brazil's sensory richness. One day might start in a rainforest canopy and end in a samba-filled plaza. Another might unfold across modern galleries, warm Atlantic waters, and open-air street food markets. Tourism is now projected to contribute nearly 8% of Brazil's GDP, backed by sustainability initiatives and long-term infrastructure upgrades. In a year defined by shifting travel patterns, Brazil isn't just rebounding, it's emerging as a global leader in experience-driven travel. Number 4. Mexico. While travel across much of North America has cooled, Mexico is moving in the opposite direction. International arrivals are up over 12% in 2025, pushing total visitors past 40 million, a scale few destinations can match. A weaker peso and expanded air routes have made Mexico more accessible than ever. And with the launch of the Maya train, the country's geography is becoming a single connected journey, linking the beaches of Cancun and Tulum with the cultural heart of Mérida and the ancient ruins of Palenque. It's one of the most ambitious travel projects in the world, designed to open inland communities to global visitors and share the benefits of growth beyond the resort zones. North American travelers are fueling the rise. A sharp increase from Canada, where many travelers are now choosing Mexico over U.S. destinations, has filled seasonal flights and resort routes across Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, and Los Cabos. The result is record occupancy, expanded infrastructure, and a tourism industry more diverse than ever before. Mexico's pull is sensory and immediate. The color of Oaxaca's markets, the rhythm of a beach sunset in Tulum, and the ease of a place that feels both near and far at once. Vibrant, resilient, and endlessly welcoming, Mexico is thriving while others slow down. Number 5. Japan. Japan is closing out one of its strongest travel years in history. International arrivals are up 18% from 2024, with over 22 million visitors in the first half of 2025 alone. The country is on pace to surpass every record it set before the pandemic. A favorable exchange rate has made Japan more affordable than it's been in years. Streamlined entry policies and expanded flight routes have removed friction, and travelers are responding, staying longer, spending more, and exploring deeper. While Expo 2025 in Osaka drew global attention, the real story is unfolding beyond the headlines. Visitors are venturing past Tokyo and Kyoto, pulled by regional tourism campaigns and a national push for sustainability. The art islands of the Seto Inland Sea, the alpine villages of Nagano, and the coastal charm of Kyushu are all seeing record interest. Japan's experience is immersive and intentional. One day might bring autumn foliage in the mountains, the next a bullet train to a centuries-old onsen town. It's a country where precision meets poetry, and where every detail feels designed. In a year defined by shifting travel patterns, Japan has delivered clarity, elegance, and scale, reminding the world what thoughtful travel truly looks like. Number 6. Italy. Few places capture the heart of travel like Italy. In 2025, it's on pace to welcome over 80 million international visitors, reaffirming its place among the world's top 3 destinations. But the real story isn't just how many come, it's how much they're giving back. Tourism spending has surged nearly 15% from 2024, powering local economies and setting a new record for the decade. From Venice's new entry quotas to Florence's crowd control systems, Italy is balancing preservation with progress. Digital ticketing and timed museum passes now guide travelers more seamlessly, protecting landmarks while enriching the experience. Even the most visited cities are rethinking how tourism fits into everyday life, investing in cleaner transport, heritage restoration, and sustainable hospitality. Beyond the cities, regional travel is flourishing. The vineyards of Piedmont, the hill towns of Umbria, and the beaches of Puglia are drawing travelers away from the crowded centers. These places feel authentic, intimate, where modern travelers rediscover Italy's slower rhythm. And yet, some things never change. The sunset over Rome, the sound of footsteps on a cobblestone street, the aroma of espresso at dawn, they remind us why Italy will always be the world's masterpiece. Italy isn't chasing reinvention, it's refining perfection. A living gallery of beauty, balance, and timeless design. Number 7. Norway. Norway isn't making headlines, but it's making history. In the first half of 2025, the country recorded 17.4 million overnight stays, with a 32% jump from foreign markets compared to pre-pandemic levels. It's one of the strongest recoveries in Europe, and it's happening quietly. This growth isn't driven by mass tourism. It's built on precision. Expanded rail routes, improved regional airports, and a push for sustainable travel are helping visitors reach places that once felt remote. From the fjords of Geiranger to the Arctic glow of Tromsø, Norway is offering access without excess. The country's appeal is seasonal and sensory. Summer brings midnight sun and glacier hikes. Winter delivers northern lights and snow-covered villages. And in between, there's a rhythm of quiet beauty, where nature leads and travelers follow. European visitors are leading the charge, especially from Germany, Italy, and Switzerland. But interest from North America is rising fast, fueled by new package routes and a growing appetite for coolcations, trips that trade heat for clarity, calm, and contrast. Norway isn't chasing volume. It's building value through experience, sustainability, and a tourism model that favors depth over speed. In a year of noisy comebacks, Norway's rise is quiet, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. Number 8. Egypt. This isn't a rebound, it's a resurgence. Egypt is back on the global travel map with record-breaking momentum. International arrivals jumped 24% in the first half of 2025, fueled by cultural revival, expanded flight routes, and a wave of new hotel openings. Red Sea resorts are selling out. Cairo's creative scene is buzzing again, and travelers are returning not just for the pyramids, but for the energy. Upgraded airports and new domestic routes now make it easier than ever to move between coast, capital, and ancient cities. Accessibility is fueling the rise. With e-visas on arrival and 5-year multiple entry visas allowing stays up to 180 days, Egypt has become one of the region's most open destinations. The experience is layered: cruise the Nile at sunset, dive coral reefs in Sharm el-Sheikh, and walk through 4,000 years of history in Luxor, all in one trip. The long-awaited Grand Egyptian Museum is finally opening, anchoring a full transformation of the Giza Plateau, one of the most significant cultural launches of the decade. As global travel shifts, Egypt is proving that legacy destinations can lead again, when they invest, adapt, and invite the world back in. Number 9. Indonesia. Indonesia is having a quiet comeback, but the scale is impossible to ignore. In 2025, international arrivals are up 9.4% from last year, and the country is steadily reclaiming its place as one of Southeast Asia's most dynamic destinations. This growth isn't just about Bali. Expanded flight routes, simplified visa access, and targeted campaigns are pulling travelers deeper into the archipelago. From the surf breaks of Lombok to the volcanic landscapes of Flores, and the cultural depth of Yogyakarta, Indonesia is no longer a single-stop destination. It's becoming a multi-chapter journey. Affordability is fueling the rise. A competitive rupiah and rising costs in neighboring countries have positioned Indonesia as one of the region's best value options for long-haul travelers. And with sustainability now central to its tourism strategy, visitors are finding more immersive, low-impact ways to explore. The experience is elemental and expansive. Rainforest hikes, coral reef dives, sunrise temples, and street food markets, layered across thousands of islands and cultures. Each destination offers a distinct rhythm, yet shares a common thread: warmth, depth, and discovery. Indonesia isn't chasing spectacle, it's building scale, resilience, and global relevance, quietly expanding its footprint while offering travelers something rare: a sense of wonder that still feels personal. Number 10. The Maldives. The Maldives is defying gravity in 2025. International arrivals are up 9.1% year-on-year, with more than 1.6 million visitors recorded by October. By year's end, the country is on track to surpass 2.3 million arrivals, a staggering figure for a nation of just 500,000 residents. This surge is more than a rebound. It marks a recalibration of global travel flows, with China, Russia, and the UK now leading arrivals. Luxury remains the foundation, but the country is widening its reach through new resort openings, expanded flight networks, and campaigns designed to spread visitors across the atolls. Sustainability is central to this evolution. Resorts are investing in solar power, coral restoration, and low-impact architecture, aligning climate urgency with traveler expectation. The message is clear. Paradise must also be preserved. The experience itself remains unmatched. Overwater villas, reef dives, sunset dinners, and barefoot luxury delivered with precision and calm. The ocean becomes both destination and reminder that beauty, when cared for, endures. In 2025, the Maldives isn't simply keeping pace. It's setting a new global standard for how small nations can lead, gracefully, purposefully, and against all odds. Around the world, travel in 2025 isn't just returning, it's redefining itself. From megacities to tiny islands, every destination we've seen tells the same story. Change isn't chaos, it's evolution. The way we move, connect, and experience the world is shifting, not back to what it was, but forward to what it can be. Which country do you think is transforming travel the most this year? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. And if you enjoyed this global journey, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more to explore, and the story of travel is only just beginning.